Hello and welcome to another art stream. I'm just going to get a drink, but I'll be right back. It's crazy. I'm glad that the internet even works. I honestly ran into another issue with connecting again. I don't know what's going on lately, but thankfully it works. So here I am. So hopefully it's not a hopefully it's a temporary issue, but I don't know what's going on. I was worried I'd have to leave a message saying I was gonna stream again extra next week, but thankfully it all worked out. Oops, sorry. Oh, here it is, sorry. Dude, there's my one water. I'm looking for my glove that I... There it is. Here you are. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, a lot of sound effects. Adds to the experience. Okay, let's do some quick drawings, and then I'll get into working on Creatuanary, and maybe even some really quick. You know what? Why don't we do that? I'll start with some creature drawing challenges. Okay. Yum 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 yum. Well, maybe both. No, I'll do the animals. Do animals. Do do do. Turns out a game I've been waiting to be on sale went back on sale. So, what was it called? Song of Stars, I think. No, Sea of Stars. I've heard nothing but great things about this RPG, and I don't play JRPGs often. I don't know if it is JRPG technically. I think it's modeled after one, but I hear it's a really good pixel art game. So you decide to try it later. I don't know when later's gonna. Well, I mean, I got all weekend, so I would like to finish some of the things for the model. So what was it? Oh, I know. Sorry. Here we go. Line of action. Here we go. Animals. 2 minutes, we'll say. Busy. Whoops. Bee. Hope everyone had a nice week. Weather here's a bit crazy at the moment, but hopefully it passes fairly quick. I don't know. We got really bad storm coming Sunday night. So I'm not sure what they're gonna do. What's gonna happen? No, I'm not. I only started to be. I want to draw more to be. Hold on. Oh wait. Oh, it's still a minute left. Phew. I was scared. These are amazing little critters. No, now it is the real warning. It's 10 seconds left. My bee doesn't look nearly cute enough. He's all wrong. He's a sad bee. Oh, good. My best friend, a horse. Of course, it's a horse. Of course. Because I can never draw the horse, of course. Hey, boy. Do. I like. It's day and day. Yeah. Excuse me. Horses are incredible animals. I just am terrible at drawing them. So, trying to get better. Because that's an excuse not to do something. But, yeah. Just trying to get these. I'm taking my time on this one because I desperately want to get better at drawing horses. So I try and draw them as often as I can. They are pretty animals. My grandfather had a horse named Chester. He was a sweet horse. We used to go up and me and my sister used to walk up to the barn and feed him carrots and fill up his feed. And we would do that thing where you kind of like, we would gently kind of put our bodies against his head and he would kind of like give us a nudge. Like in front. Yeah. Remember, I'd forgotten how big horses. After that, I hadn't seen one for a while up close until like my cousin. I went to see her riding her horse, and my gosh, I always forget how big they are. Because I mean, you see pictures of them, and you're like, yeah, that's a tall animal, and then you just like stand next to it, and you're like, no, that's a big animal. It's like, thank goodness it's sees me as not a friend, but not as a threat. Because they could just stamp down on you like you're nothing. It is curious. I guess it's just because like they're such a common thing in like England during the Middle Ages. But as I think I've talked about this, but so many folklore creatures have one of their forms be a horse. So it's just interesting, and I think that's because like back before everything was, I think maybe it just seems so unique because now everything's so connected, information wise, that like anyone can think of anything really. But back then, if you didn't see the animal around, you probably just didn't know. It was like not in your head. Like I doubt people. I very strongly doubt that anyone in England had thought about giraffes, other than maybe the royalty that got to see them. And even then, that was like a very special occasion, or like, I forget when that expedition was that came back with like a zoo of animals. But that was pretty crazy. I wonder. Yeah. I did have. I was watching. There's a. This was last week, I think, or it might have been earlier than that, but I didn't talk about it really. There was this like electronics show a few weeks ago, or fairly recently, I should say. And with all the robots, it made me think about like how there's a lot of people marketing these stuffed pet robots. And I was thinking, wouldn't it be crazy if like Nintendo made Pokemon into like stuffed pet robots? They would make so much money if they charged like $50 for one of those or $70. Like I might get one. Like get a little Joltik or a or that little owl guy, Leaf. What was his name? I forget his name, but like getting one of those that could actually like just like walk up and give you a hug. Or the Joltik, I mean, like maybe it could like walk around the room on its own because it has like a navigation system. Yeah, this came out pretty good. I'm just curious. I'll have to ask my friends later, but I'm curious what they would want. There's so many great ones. Like what was the name of that T-Rex one? That'd be kind of cool, but that's more like one that would greet me. In the morning, maybe it's like a rawr, time to wake up, rawr. Or like be fun if you could get like little like there were like fantasy ones, like little like dragons and unicorns for kids that I wouldn't buy. I don't know what you're talking about. Nope. I wouldn't buy them both. I don't want a unicorn and a dragon. What? No. What's this channel about? Oh, I don't know. Not those things. Sorry, one sec. Sorry, 1 second. Do. But, whoops. All right. Sorry, 1 second. It's just, I need to get the list, and I forgot it. Is it? Nope, that's wrong. Uh-oh, Spedios. So what I get for clearing my browsing cache, which was like 3 gigabytes. Wasn't worth losing all that stuff. You party. One second. What was right? Oh, 82. No. Oh no. What? That's what it says. Did I spell it wrong? I'm gonna do this. Let's see if I can just find it. Sorry, I'm just looking up the list. Okay. That's kind of cool. Someone did a different version with just creatures from their oops. Creatures from their folklore. Oops. Why can't I see it? Actually, joke's on them, I can see it without even zooming. Today is the 23rd. So today is... I'm gonna see if I can see if I... see. Interesting. Another creature that inhabits animals. What? No? Why is the, weird? They're like this is a significant figure in Indian folklore, often depicted as a ghost or spirit that inhabits animal corpses So, from a collection of tales. This is tough. This is one where... Oh, really? That's a very different version. This says they're like... Oh, okay. So they are like vampires. Interesting. Well, let's go back. I just wanted to make sure I found it. So I'm going to go back and work on some more animal prompts. I was working on a horse. So I'm going to clean this fellow up, and then we can move on to the next. Doo-doo. Yeah, it's been a fun week though. Glad you could drop by. I was just talking about how there's this interesting new technology that's being developed for like robotic pets, which is just a funny thought because, and an interesting idea because like so many times people rush into getting an animal for their family and like the kids aren't ready. And how nice would it be if you could actually just get a robotic version first and make sure the kids know how to handle the pet. Especially a kid. Like those, they're so fragile and small. You don't want to risk a youngster accidentally hurting them. Youngster, jeez. Oh, I'm gonna put my teeth in. Okay, let's get on to the more of these. What's our next one? Ooh, a crane. Nice. I haven't drawn a crane in a while. Let's try it. They're also pretty animals. Very interesting too, because they kind of... They're pretty to us, but I'm sure they're not pretty to the animals they hunt. They are very efficient hunters. Like they eat frog. I think they eat like frogs, and I think some eat baby alligators sometimes. Even I forget if they go that intense, but I know that they can eat quite a bit. Oops, I messed up the neck. I kind of got too excited there. I was saying how, like, with those robotic pets, it'd be kind of cool if they did like fantasy ones. And I was like, I wouldn't buy all of them. I wouldn't. Nope, not me. Nope. Wouldn't have my apartment full of little flying, little like dragons and other like critters running around the room. Nope, not me. And I was saying how like certain like games with creatures that would be very smart to get that technology for themselves, like Pokemon. It's like having one of those cute critters as a pet would be really fun, and I'm sure they could charge quite a bit for them and people would still buy them. I did see recently. I found this YouTube channel with someone that has a pet toucan, and it seems like such a little brat of a pet. I can't. Props to this girl, this woman, for like putting up with that. But I mean, that just seems like such a stressful animal because like she was showing how many like bites she had. Like it bit her a couple times and almost like nearly jousted her in the eye accidentally, probably. I hope. And it's like, is it worth it? They are pretty, and they make some cute noises when they're not like going feral. It's kind of like kind of like having a pet crow or raven. It's like I wonder if they are similar in that way because I know ravens are a lot like cats in how they're very like expressive, like they will like let you know, and they're not shy about like letting their opinion known. Like if they're in a bad mood, they'll just be like a grump around you and just like be more aggressive, and I'm sure it's probably like that with them too. But wouldn't want to be surprised by when I wake up and get ambushed by getting pecked in the face. Like, ah! Of course, it's nothing compared to now that I'm drawing a squirrel. It's nothing weird, more crazy than like people that like treat squirrels like pets, or especially raccoons. Raccoons was the craziest thing I saw on YouTube of, which was this guy that was he just like walks out onto his porch and just like with a bag of hot dogs and just starts handing them to raccoons, and I'm just like, that looks like a very good way to like at the very least get lice or something, or get some kind of like something from the animal. Like, nah, that's okay. I don't care if you're Dr. Doolittle, you shouldn't be handling wild animals. I would like to sometime handle a. Be cool to handle a raptor, because they seem like really cool animals. Like I got close to a bald eagle once. It's a duck. Yeah, I was working on a golf course, and it just flew down and landed right on top of one of the outdoor restrooms, and just looked down at me. And it's like, hello. They are really pretty. I also had one of the craziest outdoor storm experiences while at that job, where like we were all in the we're in this like outdoor area where we signed in and did our breaks, but like it's just a small hut with a metal roof, and we're just like hanging out there and just chilling and just waiting for the storm to pass and saying, sure hope it doesn't get too close. It didn't get near us, thankfully. It did hit some of the golf posts, like the water sprinklers. And that led to some really interesting. That was the first time I had ever seen what lightning looks like when it hits the ground. Because I've seen what it looks like when it hits a tree, and tree goes boom. But yeah. Quack 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 quack. Zebras, one of the most violent animals in the zoo. More injuries from zebras than from lions. It's crazy. I mean, I think I've said this on here before, but like herbivores are always treated as like gentle, but they're quite the opposite. If you're the number one thing that every predator wants, you have to be tough to survive. Like evolutionary wise, you have to be like the top of your game and just be ready at all times, and that's why their eyes are on the side of their head, because they need to have that vision that scopes around them like that. The predators just need to look ahead of them to see what's available right near in front of them. And if I recall, yeah, zebras are black with, right? Yeah, I think they are black with white stripes. So that Chris Rock joke was answered by actual like zoologists. Because it's it's the same thing that makes like Black Panther or panthers in general, like they because that's just a any wildcat that has that gene that makes their skin tone turn really dark is a panther. Like there could be, I guess there could be like lion panthers, and there could be like, I think tiger panthers are very rare. But I think there's been a few documented, but it's another bug. I wonder if Marvel really knew. Marvel probably didn't know that because because most of those guys are artists that live in the city. So I doubt they had the chance to do that research. But Black Panther is redundant. It's like because they would all be that color, unless they're not panthers. I mean, because ironically, probably the name of the villain was the Jaguar, and ironically, he's probably a Jaguar too. So it's like that's why I never understood why the Jaguar costume was black as well. It should have been the color of Jaguars, which would look cooler, I thought. Or you think with, but they chose to make them the same character. So what can you do? That's Hollywood superhero writers these days, or those days anyway. Oh, that's a hornet. That's a bee. That's a wasp. Wisps. I had that one all wrong. Ooh, it's a sloth. I haven't drawn one of these. Still need to watch that. I heard it was okay. It was okay, not great, but that the new Zootopia. I'm still curious, even though I heard it wasn't as good as the first. It still might be worth just renting or something. Do 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 do. Crazy that with their legs they can just like pretty much just stay inert and just like not move very much and just hang in a tree for a while and just sometimes moving so slow that they get moss growing on them. I'll do a few more of these. I just want to. I'm having fun. If you don't mind. It's not the best picture of a deer. I wish I could get to the other side. Okay, I'll draw it. It's gonna be this one's creepy crawly again, so just to warn you. Creepy crawly. This is a centipede, which is yeesh, that's weird noises and no. Oh well. Probably just like the heat system going into overdrive because it's so cold out. But I have a character in my comic that is really into like entomology and also like paleontology. He's the necromancer, and he likes to just use ancient creatures instead of people for it, because he feels that that's first of all less taboo, and more importantly they're just more interesting to him. Like he feels he can study them when he brings them back because they retain some of their life. And some of them are just beyond like surreal looking, like dragon centipedes or millipedes. I mean, are just really colorful and really like almost like a millipede trying to be a centipede kind of. They look much more aggressive. Oh, what are these called? I forget. I'm blanking on what this is called. I'll draw it, but it's not going to help because it's not going to be the best drawing of it. There's a Pokemon based off of these guys because it's this African creature that it's part of the pachyderm family, but I forget what they're called. Yeah. Oh well. Can't know every animal, you know. Bum, 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 bum. You definitely kind of see like the. I mean, they're much smaller. Obviously, way smaller than an elephant, but kind of see the similar build in some ways. Hello, I'm glad you could drop by. Just working on drawing some animals to warm up because we're drawing folklore spirits today. So, oh, I'll end on this. I think maybe I'll do one more, but this is a fun little guy. He's easy to draw. Little snake, sneak. Yeah, speaking of that Zootopia movie, unfortunately, it led to a lot of people thinking that they should get the snake from the movie, and it's highly venomous, or at least it's very venomous. I'm not sure if it's not like a top 10 or anything, but I think it's pretty high up there. And once again, people don't care. They just see something, they want it without thinking, and it's like, guys, you gotta do research. I mean, even when it's not dangerous, that you could endanger the animal because, like, what happened with Finding Nemo with the fish that trigger fish that Dory is based off of. Or is it? I forget what she's called. But they have a they're not, they weren't in danger, but they get close because of how many people were trying to grab them out of the ocean and just put them in their aquariums, which isn't very nice. Like, just because a character in a movie does it doesn't mean you should do that. I mean, he's kind of portrayed as kind of a jerk for doing that, so why would you want to do the same thing? I think the biggest concern that probably people have, like animal experts have, is that they're gonna take the snake home and let it loose, or accidentally let it loose in their yard, and enough of them are gonna get loose that they become an invasive species. That's a spoopy one. I don't want to draw that. It's a spider crab. They're mean looking. What should I end on? Yeah, I'll end on a cat. Because I usually draw a lot of dogs, so today I'll end on a cat. Little kittens. Kitty kitty. Bum 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 bum. It's hard to see where it's. I think this foot's too high. Yeah. I made the little guy too big. So little guy, little guy. It's one of those ones with the stripes. Those are pretty. I keep saying that about all these animals. They're all pretty animals. Well, not the centipede. Those aren't pretty. They're interesting, but they're not pretty. Yeah, let's get to work. Get to work. Oops. What did I do? What did I do? Oh no. Okay. 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 What do we have? We have a couple things we could work on. I did that one. Because the last one I did, I'll show, when it was the ceratopsian one. Better find you. There it is. This one. Yeah. Based off a creature in Africa, Central. Yeah. It's a really, it's like more of a rhinoceros, but like it's also like said it had like some ceratopsians, and I figured since they're known for eating, for like they hunt elephants, I felt that like pushing further into the ceratopsian was just made more sense, because like they would be a bigger threat to they'd be a much bigger threat with that shield on their head than a rhino. I mean, rhinos get beat up by elephants. So I wanted to make him look like something that an elephant would think twice about messing with, or in fact even be a little scared of. Because these are carnivores. So, and I want these to be like journal entries, these creature designs. So that's why I'm doing them that way. What's the next one after that? Because I know, I said that today's was like a bat person, I think. But like, oops, no. I don't want to see that yet. Oh, here we go. What the? Okay. Get the creature. Like it hangs from these trees like a bat. Looks like a bat, kind of. Well, I mean, it's got bat-like features. It looks like a vampire with bat wings. Yeah, they're just a very big... Gonna have him hang from the tree upside down and just I'm gonna give it more. Oh, this is cool. This is like a full, like, list of these creatures. Huh. Neat. Anyway, let's get back to work. They're not. These aren't like Twilight vampires. These are kind of just these like humanoid-shaped creatures that like have very bat-like features on them. So that's what I'm going for here. Very rough first pass on this, and then I'll work on another one too tonight. Try and get a couple of these sturdied. Hello, thanks for dropping by. Just working on some creature designs for this creature challenge this month, Creatuanary, and this is going to be this bat person. They're hanging from a tree. So I thought that would be a fun perspective to show it. I'll have to check what these trees look like actually, but that's for now it doesn't matter. Because this is supposed to be for Grace's book, not so it wouldn't necessarily be that tree because these creatures appeared for her. So they would be in a forest near her. A little disorienting drawing a character upside down. It's part of the fun. Part of the fun. They usually have a short tail. I'm going to go with a little bit more of the lean kind of body for this one. It's a little off, but that's okay. It's yawning. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I'm excited to share my progress on the model pretty soon. I'm hoping to make some significant movement, probably some significant progress to this weekend, but we'll see. Fingers crossed. Gotta. Because I made some big steps forward over the week. Like I did get some work done on the arms. I cleaned up one of the larger arm, which I'm glad. The one that's holding my little guy. I did make a bigger. I cleaned that one up and made it look a little more detailed, because I didn't like how it didn't even look as neat as this one. So I'm happy I didn't settle for anything less than what I like for that. But hopefully it'll be done in the future. Well, I mean, I'm aiming to get it done like by the end of the month. That's what my goal is. So. Kind of going with like Man-Bat for this thing, like from Batman the animated series a little bit, where it's kind of more like humanoid, but very much more the bat than the human, with like just the human torso, but like the bat elements much more prominent. So I figure that's more interesting to look at than just a guy with bat wings. Yeah. Maybe even like the wings are more unfurled like this. It may be better. Yeah. It's about to just like drop down for its nightly hunt. Yeah. I like that better. The other one looked like the Batman sigil, kind of. It's like, didn't quite work. Just thought it'd be fun to give him like this kind of like dark pattern on the back, kind of like turning these like stripes almost. Like maybe there's. So it blends into the tree a little bit. This is just Grace catching these creatures off guard while they're kind of like in their like more sedated state, where they're kind of just like just either warming up or getting ready for a night's rest or a day's rest in their case, probably. And since these are ones from the Feywild, they would look more feral, closer to animal. much like a vampire bat. They have those really sharp fangs that are good for like surgically sharp to just make quick attacks. That is the weird disconnect between vampire bats, and like any vampires. Usually, I guess it's just part of their lore, which is that like vampire bats don't want to hurt don't want to like cause permanent harm or worse to what they're feeding on, because it's their source of food. So they would just like nip a like a cow or like a large animal, and then like just drink a little and then leave and then come back another time. And I think that it's like essentially it has like a blood thinner in its saliva, so they can just like slurp. So it's weird that vampires in folklore are like so much more violent. Probably more about the authors that wanted to hide messages in that part. Kind of like with Red Riding Hood and that kind of stuff with wolves, where they represented just like a bunch of different things. But if you ever want to see a cute animal, watching someone feed a fruit bat is pretty adorable. Like they look like a dog in a blanket when they're feeding them. Kind of so funny. Yeah, and they have just the happy, like the most, like the biggest eyes, and they're just like looking like, oh boy, a banana. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Yum, 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 yum. Bum 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 bum. Wee, 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 wee. But going back to that thing I was saying about like robotic pets, I wonder if maybe that could solve some people's desire to have such exotic animals as pets. So you could just get like a stuffed toy version of one that moves around like or like like a stuffed animal version of one that moves around just like the animals. So you could still have the experience without what the animal would be like. Like, I mean, obviously, more advanced ones like moving around like one that would move around like a fox would be that agile would be pretty difficult, but would be better than having an actual fox. Probably less costly too, even if it is like $500 for the toy. It's still that is like probably a weekend's worth of food for one of those things, or like paying your neighbors in apologies because of how loud your pet is. Because foxes are so loud. People don't realize when they just see like quick videos of them, but that's how they sound all the time. Everything's got to be noisy. And they mark everything. So, yeah. I'd rather have a stuffed little animal. Not a stuffed animal. Like a little floof toy thing. This guy's pretty cool. Like, trying to stick to my keeping it more like, well, I might even have to, well, I can do that on top of this. I was going to need to make it more traditional. So maybe add in some like, yeah, like graphite kind of like she's drawing. Get rid of some of these clean lines to make it give it more of a charcoaly. pretty happy with this guy. Like, pretty. I want to do some more animals. I want to draw more animals. More animals. It's a puppo. It's Santa's little. Well, no, it's not Santa's little helper because it's a different type of dog. Okay. The ears give it away. Oops. I messed it up. Yeah, it's okay. So that's a quick doodle. Oh, cool, a dragonfly. They're just an incredible creature for, like, because they're just like one of the most efficient hunters out there. Like, they can just, like, they have so much patience when, kind of like a crocodile, they kind of can just, like, watch their prey and just wait and study its movements, and then at the last minute it just, like, zips and, like, intercepts like a with an insane amount of precision. And for a creature that's been alive as long as these have, it's no wonder. Like, they've shrunk down since their ancestor species, but it's only helped them because their bigger buddies were not fast enough to outmaneuver birds, and these guys can sometimes. It's not a guarantee. Nothing's ever a guarantee. But at least they are much smaller target. So. Speaking of birds, it's a cockatiel, I think, or no, it's a parrot. Type of parrot. After I do a few more, I'll work on the comic. I just wanted to have it in between the two stages of this drawing session. Okay, let's move on to the comic. So I just want to get a bit of progress. I did save it. Good. Oh, that's the page I was working on. I forgot. Sorry. Oh, I know what that is. That's... There's a few different versions of what I'm trying to draw next. I'm trying to decide which one to do. This is one of them. This is probably the one I want to use. Yeah. Because this one's clearer on what I want, and the other one's fine, but it's a little bit more like purposely quirky, and this is closer to him actually showing her his full strength, or not full strength, but showing her like that she needs to be serious. Like he's going to come at her with what she thinks is his full strength. So I'll clean up a little bit more, just so I can... She's been studying while he went off to talk to someone else about like trying to move closer to like finding his wife, because he knows that it's not going to be easy, and he knows that there's these upcoming cities are not going to be easy to pass through, so he needs some help. Okay. Oh, the music's sorry, my voice cracked there. I hope the music's okay. I mean, I like something a little more soothing when I'm drawing, so I hope it's not too dull. Especially after a long week, I kind of like something that's not so overstimulating. Like if I wanted to do like a no thinky, just like like the last drawing, if I was doing that on my own, I probably would have something a little bit more energetic, like some like pop kind of music, but then it would be hard to hear if I did start talking, and yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Ay, ay, ay. Just trying to make him look more bulky. And kind of like give him less stiff of a pose, because he kind of feels like he's just like stuck in a spot. Part of me is really regretting letting my bangs grow so much. Like, I'm always like, it's winter. I want my hair to be longer. But there's a point where it reaches where it's just like, now my hair's always in my eyes. It does get tiresome. That looks better. Yeah, I'm just trying to clean up the line quality because like I kind of rushed through these when I was doing them. So I'm just going to go back and kind of clean up some of this line work. Trying to show the edge of his mustache. People need to know from all angles it's him. Oh, whoops. I see what I did. I can still do that. And she's just like, what did you do to that? He's like, like, well, the point is you're not supposed to get hit by it. So you better not find out. Or she could say something like, oh, cool, interesting, I haven't seen that spell before. Let's see what you got. Or you, not, or or just you're full of surprises, and then like he just charges her without saying anything. Yeah. Sorry, just trying to concentrate on them. Just try this guitar. I might actually move them both over because I want... Yeah. More like that. See, it's what's always good to plan. And try and play around with things because I do want both of their weapons to be visible. Like fully. Like her guitar blasting energy and his... Yeah, that's better. I don't want her hair always being like shot up like she's like in like mega mode or something. I want her to be like to show her skill. I want her to not be wasting energy like that. So this one looks pretty... it could be cleaned up. It's like, it looks okay, but no. No, it doesn't. It doesn't look bad, it just doesn't look great. Yeah, I like the viewing angle, though. It's interesting seeing him from her point of view for this shot where he's looks pretty intense. I might even like hide his eyes, actually, like make it so that like you don't even see them. It's like he's just this like force of nature coming at her. Andy's going full force with both hands, so she knows he's serious. Even if this isn't a deadly weapon, she knows he's gonna swing with purpose. It's gonna sting. And yet she remains calm this time. She got back some of her confidence. And like he trained her long ago, she does not just back away scared. She holds her ground. Yeah, she's... Even though she knows this is probably all just for show, she's treating it like it's a real fight. Because that's the point. She wants to show that she can prove to herself that she can do this. This one's going to be tough. I'm going to try this one. We'll see if I can get this. I don't know if I got this one right. I probably might have to draw this again. Because it's really... This arm would probably be... Oh, right. This other one's here. I can always move him a little bit. So this would be under this hand and be holding here. This one would be up here. This is tricky. But these are the fun shots that make storytelling fun this way. So, worth it. Yeah, I might move him down and try and... Maybe... Yeah, and you know what? I'm thinking of this wrong. I'm going to try something different. I'm going to totally change it so that he follows through and you see his full swing. And missing once does not deter him. He's just like, good, I'm glad this didn't last. This was not going to... I'm glad this isn't going to be a short fight. Yeah, I kind of like that better. It's better staging. Like, just sure, changing angles is fun, but you shouldn't do it it shouldn't always be done like all the time. So I'll make sure that it's and she's like, woo. This is tricky because I don't want her to look like the Exorcist here, but I'm trying to show that she like did a instant like fall back on one arm and dodge kind of move. Maybe this should be the arm that's actually supporting her so that it's more clear what's going on. Yeah, supposedly this is kind of tricky. I might actually use a model reference for this. Sorry, I'm in the way. Yeah, it's gonna be messy no matter what I do, isn't it? Shouldn't think how she's moving. This is her upper torso here. Lower torso here. This is hard. Sorry. I haven't done a pose like this before, so I'm trying my best. She's falling towards the camera, or the viewer. He is back here, like in full swing. I need to fix his too. He's not quite. She's wrong, and he is. Or maybe what I can do is she didn't fall. He didn't like aim for her midsection. He aimed for upper section body, so she could technically still just be kind of balancing and kind of like she kind of like stabilizes herself with this arm outreach like this. Something like that, where she's got this arm hugging her guitar in close so that it doesn't get hit either. Because here's her. And maybe her shirt even kind of like goes whoop up a little. And she's just like kind of like got a wide stance, but you would see like maybe like that. Maybe I'll move this foot a little bit over here a little more. So she's kind of like, yeah, kind of like that. I don't know. I'll play around with it some more, but at least now it's kind of more of like a clearer like what happened here, because in the other one it's kind of like I was trying to do more like the Neo dodging the bullets kind of thing, and this is kind of more like a cool like character in a show that's just like showing off their not showing off their strength, but just kind of just revealing that they're more than they seem. Kind of like we've only seen her get hurt so far, so I wanted to make this page to show that she has trained with him before, and she was just caught off guard that time, which isn't to say that she's as strong as him or that this is going to happen all the time with everyone else, because fighting with him is not the same thing as fighting with even that person that she fought the last again. Like, it's a very different fight. So yeah, I don't know, I just don't want to make it sound like she's like suddenly just read a book and suddenly she's powerful. She's still questioning herself and still not perfect. Because who wants a hero that's already figured everything out? It's like the back of the guitar while she's kind of like I'm gonna reference a model because this is hard. That's a good start. It's better than before, because then I can change this one to be more what I wanted, which was her slamming her foot down because she's learned some magic with making sigils into shapes on the ground, so she can make a quick spell that's more useful than just a regular guitar riff. Like if she does this, she can affect the area, and then like he gets trapped. the first thing she did is she got his leg, so he couldn't get, and then so he can't go anywhere now. Gift her up. Mr. Whole midsection. I can't believe I forgot to draw that. Maybe she's going like this. She's got her body. Maybe she's like lurched back a little bit to make sure she's not too close. She does this. Yeah, she psyched him out because he thought he was going to get hit with music, so, but wasn't ready for the getting surprised by her ground trap. Like, oh, okay, clever. I'll fix the posing a little bit more later. I just wanted to clean it, or at least play around with it a little bit more and make it clear what's going on. So I think I kind of, in a way, did that. I'll fix it up though. I know it's not perfect, and her hand's way too far out. Like maybe she's actually going like this actually instead. I want her to kind of be like doing like a maybe she's even just like teasing him by like, it's like she's gonna get this weird angle like, bam, gotcha. Yeah, more like that. I'm gonna clean this up in a little bit. I'm gonna call it a night though, because this has been really fun. I got this full page more colored in, and we got our creature guy done, or not done, but I got him mostly done. Like, I just gotta clean him up and make him look a little bit more like a sketchbook drawing. But there he is, Mr. Upside Down. So yeah, these both came out good. I'm pretty happy with cleaning him up. His poses look better. The shot between 3 and 4 is a better shot, even though I still need to fix the her pose there. And I still have one more panel, I know, but I'll get that done. I was more concerned with just getting even this much done so that I could, because I want to plan out the next one too carefully, and I don't want to rush it. So, yeah, have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I'll be working on this a little bit tomorrow too on stream, but mainly I'm probably going to be doing channel stuff over on there because I want to get some stuff started. So I'm probably going to, maybe I'll start with this, cleaning this up, and then I'll move to that. We'll see. But yeah, enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you again next week. And yeah, take care. Have a wonderful night.